Where are we going today?
We are going to try some Azerbaijani food today. Azerbaijani or Azeri.
Azeri or Azerbaijani. It's one of those that we've never tried before. Actually, you don't ever hear people talking about, oh, you know what, I fancy Azerbaijani, but somehow the Cuisine Boys have managed to find a restaurant in London, not too far from where we live, to experience this amazing new cuisine for us especially. What are your expectations?
I think just because of where it's located, we're gonna get kind of like Central Asian / Middle Eastern with a little bit of hint of Russian kind of vibes. So it's gonna make it, I reckon it's gonna be like a mix of all of those things.
Are we gonna go overboard and order everything on the menu, or?
I'd like to.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to. A Land of Fire restaurant which showcases Azerbaijani cuisine. It's here in North London, Caledonian Rd. We're very excited because we've never tried this kind of cuisine before. We have no idea what to expect. We've got a rough indication actually of what we might expect, but we're not entirely sure. And that's the fun of it, and that's the fun of cuisine. So come on in, let's take a look. We've just ordered our starters and they've all come through very quickly. All cooked fresh, and bloody hell, what a spread. This looks really good, doesn't it?
So nice, so nice.
Dushbere.
This is the Dushbere.
So the Dushbere, this is a traditional Azeri food that we're told, and it's basically dumplings with minced lamb shoved inside the dumpling, and it's basically served in soup.
Get your cheers.
Cheers. Titty in the eye. Oh wow, that is so good.
I've never tasted anything like that. That is so nice.
I love dumplings, as you know, and this is a really unique way of having it. I've never tried it like this.
It's actually so refreshing. It's like the broth is nice and light, very flavoursome. The dumplings are soft. With, you can get like kind of pieces of meat in it with like that sweet onion taste. But this is a winner.
Imagine having croutons or bits in your soup, like a noodle soup, but they're dumplings. So you've got a different level of slime to it. It's a new texture. It's really good.
It's a different level of slime.
Let's go with the Blini Beef next.
Okay, so what's the Blini Beef?
So this is effectively fried beef cooked inside a savoury pancake, and it's wrapped up, fried together basically.
Breaks up so nicely, look.
Wowzers. A savoury pancake.
Should we dip?
Let's do it.
Should we dip? Alright, go on.
It's like
sour cream.
Sour cream, it's got a very clotted cream vibe to it. That is amazing.
Oh, that's banging.
Savoury pancake. Genius move always.
I'm a big fan of savoury pancakes. And this has got the beef inside it with the onions, various different kind of herbs, and it just works. It's so far, the two things we've tried so far is so light. So what we have here is aubergine caviar, otherwise known as Ikra.
That's also the name of my cousin, Ikra.
Shout out.
Shout out to you, Ikra.
Alright, I get it's not caviar and aubergine. I get it's probably small minced aubergine, and the consistency is like caviar. Cheers.
Cheers.
So here's what everyone should know about me.
Lovely.
I don't really like aubergine. However, having things like this really enhances reputation of aubergine for me.
I still don't understand how you hate aubergine. Aubergine is like one of my favourite things in the world.
I just don't like it, but this is really nice. The reason why, I'll tell you, it's a bit like with baba ganoush, you've got aubergine, you've got like loads of different like garlic and tahini and other things that add together to kind of not just take away the aubergine taste, but to give it a different elevated taste. This is exactly the same.
It's a great kind of meze dish, isn't it?
Yeah.
The kind of thing you have. Great starter. Very similar to
one of the mezes that you get on the platter in Turkish food.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't even know what it's called. I forgot what it's
We've
called. But
made it for
it's right.
QIQ.
It's right.
It's like aubergine, potatoes, tomato, that kind of vibe. Very, very similar to this. A brilliant kind of meze dish, brilliant starter. So this is dough filled with spinach, coriander, and spring onions. Wow. It looks very similar to a paratha.
Very similar, like a stuffed paratha or something like that. Yeah. Cheers. Oh.
No cheers.
No cheers. Okay, all right.
Oh. That is really good. It's really good, and I can see why they refer to it as a dough, because it is very, very doughy.
Yeah, very doughy.
And I think that's what makes it distinctive from a paratha or any other kind of flatbread that we used to have.
It's super thin as well, so actually it's probably thinner than a paratha, thinner than a chapati, thinner than like all of those kind of
just
breads
as
that you
oily.
get. Just as oily.
Right. Last thing that we're going to have now with our starters, because technically it can be had as a starter when it's
As
hot.
a hot soup.
But you can also cool it down and turn it into a drink. So this is the Dovga. So this is boiled yogurt with coriander, dill, and mint. So this is effectively an ayran, but
with vegetable.
maybe
Cheers.
without the spice. Cheers. Wow, I really, really like that. Very, very refreshing. Quite creamy.
Minty.
But
You don't
it
think
is
at all?
creamy. I get a creamy vibe from it, but it's just not thick creamy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like light creamy. But the flavours are incredible. And the crunch you get with every sip, it's a really different experience.
Not only have we ordered loads and loads and loads of food, we've also ordered some authentic, not just Azeri, but Russian drinks. We're going to start off with having a Russian drink called Kvas, which is basically a fermented wheat drink. So almost like a beer without the alcohol.
You look like you enjoyed that.
It's actually not bad. I was thinking it was going to be like really heavy, really like. I'm just thinking about supermalt, and I don't like supermalt, so I thought it was going to be really heavy. But it's got, you can tell, it's got those sweet notes. It's a soft drink, you can tell, light, definitely very sweet. It's not really that fizzy.
Give me some.
Try it.
So, the next drink we're going to try is the Tarhun drink, which is tarragon. A drink, carbonated fizzy drink made of tarragon, which I think is going to be very, very interesting, considering it's a savoury herb that you'd have in a lot of your savoury meals. So it's going to be interesting to see how this translates into a soft drink. But there it is, look at that, fluorescent green, beautiful colour. Very, very sweet, and it's got a very subtle aroma to it. It's like you're smelling a flower. It's very, very nice actually, and that rubs off on the taste. It's very subtle. It's fundamentally a very sweet, a sugary kind of fizzy drink, but attached to it is that special aroma.
This is called Buratino, and it's a fruit flavoured drink, so it smells actually a lot like pears. Yeah, it's a good fruit drink. Again, not like super fizzy like you get Coke or 7-Up or whatever it is. It's relatively flat, but it's very good, very good. So, very, very excited. We've got our mains. So we've ordered quite a bit of food.
Yes, we have.
So we've got Azerbaijani Plov.
It is their national dish,
which is basically the showstopper for them.
You've basically got a yellowish rice, very fluffy,
Very fluffy.
very nicely cooked, topped with
Lamb,
Lamb
apricots,
pieces.
sultanas or raisins,
chestnuts
Chestnut.
as well. Wow.
chestnuts.
I feel like it's going to be
It smells
a very
delicious.
sweety kind of aromatic rice, the kind of rice that I like.
I mean, you like anything sweet.
You're not, yeah,
You like anything sweet.
sweet and savoury should always mix. Wow, that is amazing.
So it's not actually sweet. It just gives it like essence of sweetness to it. But the meat, the lamb, super tender, super nice.
It's got a good amount of fat around it as well. I mean, we've tried so many different types of rice dishes now, haven't we?
Yeah.
On our quest, on our cuisine quest. And this is up there, actually. This is up there as one of my favorites. Azerbaijani Khingali, boiled lasagna sheets with fried minced beef and onions served with garlic yogurt sauce.
So it's basically a deconstructed lasagna.
Cheers.
Sweetness of the onions kicks in with the mince. Mince again, super, super tender, flavoursome. And then you've got your lasagna sheets, which is light, soft. Great combination. It actually does taste like a deconstructed lasagna.
That beef, by the way, with the caramelized onions is gorgeous.
There's a lot of cuisines, a lot of things you try is absolutely drenched in sauce. This, every element kind of stands up and very, very nice. You don't need to kind of drench it in even the yogurt. The yogurt just complements it. But Marty, what do we have next? We've got
We have Kuku next.
Kuku.
So this is spinach, coriander, and spring onion omelette. It looks like a frittata, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a frittata, but definitely a lot softer.
Sprinkled with a little bit of chili flakes by the looks of it.
Yeah. Let's give it a go. Dip it in the sour cream.
Nice spongy texture.
Russian sour cream, by the way. Very nice omelette. Great vegetarian meal. This is a great little omelette. I love spinach. So for me, very nice.
Next up, what we're going to try is the
Torshi Kalam.
what he said. This is pickled cabbage.
Red cabbage, there you go.
Look at that. A nice little thing. Little starter, little condiment to have on the side.
Love it. Love it. I love pickle. So for me, anything pickled, whether it's chilies, cabbage, gherkins, carrots, whatever, I'm a big fan.
Really good palate cleanser, actually.
Yeah.
As we move on to our final dish.
Yeah.
We should really have had a bite of those
That was very good.
between every single dish.
So we've ordered dumplings. Now these dumplings are special dumplings because they are
Vareniki, Russian dumplings.
so this is a Russian dish. So we've been fortunate enough to have a good spread of not just Azeri or Azerbaijan cuisine, but we've also had elements of Russian, Georgian,
the Caucusus are all represented.
the Caucusus. Yeah.
This is the great thing about the land of fire.
Yeah.
It's got a good mix.
So what we have here are dumplings with some mashed potato. Cheers. Stop trying to knock my food off.
That's the aim. Ooh, that is very, very nice. It's almost like a mashed potato
It is.
inside it.
You know what's funny
It's
though?
like a mashed potato ravioli.
Yeah.
It's very, very
It's cool.
creamy. Very creamy filling.
Yeah.
No, it's very silky.
Yeah.
Very silky, very creamy. It's very nice.
All right, so we have very, 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 very full bellies.
Azeri / Georgian / Russian cuisine, by the way.
I think the fact that it wasn't just Azeri or Azerbaijan cuisine, it had elements, not just elements, actual dishes that are specialities in Russia, that are specialities in Georgia, and the fact that these are being kind of presented to us all together. And overall, I really, really enjoyed it. Especially, I would say, for me, I felt like the starters were like ridiculously good.
That dumpling
That
soup.
dumpling soup was unbelievable. We also had, the savoury pancake. That was unreal.
Stuffed with mincemeat. But my favourite dish was, I think, the plov.
Yeah.
I really like the Azerbaijani plov because we've tried Central Asian plov, but the Azerbaijani one was very different in that they put apricots in it, they put raisins in it, they put chestnut in it. And I was saying to you in the restaurant, chestnut in texture is so dense, it's almost like a block of cheese.
Yeah.
So when you take a bite out of it with the rice and the lamb, the soft fatty lamb, it just works beautifully well together. I've had chestnut on the side of a street in Istanbul, for example, where they roast it and it's very nice, but inside a rice dish, that was the first time I had it and it was mind-blowing.
Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe to our videos. Bye!